Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is Bryan Rawls, who will be talking about psychic development and doing psychic readings for you. And before I bring on my guest, I just want to make some quick announcements. Bryan Rawls will be back on May 18th, and he is the host of the Magical Journey radio show that comes on 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesdays. On May 11th is Jeremy Ryden, the author of The Quest Method, Your Intuitive Destiny Guide, and Your Soul Story, How to Create the Life You Want. And on May 4th, I have Christine Kortston, who will be talking about psychic art. And on April 27th, next week, I have Terry Lynn Kanzi, who will be talking about the tarot and astrology. And on May 13th, I will be at the Learning Light Foundation Psychic Fair in Anaheim, California, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This is the one you can't afford to miss. Come and meet me in person for those of you that are in California. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Bryan Rawls. Hello, Bryan.
Hello, Shelley. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. How about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. The energy is a little intense today, but I'm doing good.
Oh, good. And can you tell the callers about yourself?
Okay, I am an 8th-generation psychic medium with the gifts of clairvoyance, clairaudience, and clairsentience, and being a medium. My grandmother was a professional medium out of Coudersville, Pennsylvania, and I am also a certified Reiki master and a universal channel, as well as a angelic card reader and a fairyologist and a realm reader. I also do speak a little bit, I do speak light language for those that do know who I am. Light language speaks directly to the DNA, and is a remembered gift that is included in psychic development.
Awesome. And Bryan, how can one begin to develop their psychic abilities?
Well, the first way is to slow down the mind by starting to meditate. Meditation is one of those age-old secrets that are still used today to quiet the mind, as well as also quiet the mind and quiet the energy field, so you are able to soulfully connect into universal consciousness as well as the collective consciousness.
And Bryan, let's take our first caller, which is area code 480. Hello, 480.
Hello, this is Michael.
Hello, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Good afternoon, Michael. And Michael, how can we be of help to you today?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking to make a move, and I have a roommate situation right now, and I'd ultimately like to get my own place. and I'm in Ventura, California, and I kind of want to get an idea if it's going to be in and around Ventura, or I'm open to LA, Malibu, maybe even Orange County, and just kind of want to get an idea of what you pick up.
Okay, well, the first thing that I pick up, and I automatically heard LA. I didn't exactly know that you lived in Ventura until you said so, but I heard big city, big LA. It fits your lifestyle as well as also fits your personality. You're very outgoing and basically ready to bring basically the true you on board. And I feel as if this move is going to take place in the month of May, right around the middle part of May. So let's see what Shelley has to say.
I'm kind of feeling LA also, Michael, but I'm picking up more downtown LA, which is a very trendy, very hip place, and a very active place. It's a good place to live, so I'm kind of picking up more downtown LA or West LA. Either downtown LA or West LA is where you're going to end up moving. And I kind of feel May, June also. I agree with Bryan that you'll move in May, June, that you're going to move in the near future. And I do feel that you're going to move on your own. I don't see you living with a roommate. I see you having your own place, and I feel that you're going to be happy with having your own place. It's not always easy to have a roommate. Although your roommate's a nice person, it's not always easy. So I feel that you will live in your own place. And Bryan, how can Michael get in contact with you?
Michael, you can get in contact with me at my office number is 586-659-9620, or you can go to my website at www.amagicaljourney.com.
And you could get a hold of me, Michael, at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Michael.
Thank you both for your input.
You're welcome, and have a good weekend, Michael.
Both as well.
And we're now ready to continue our interview with Bryan Rawls on psychic development, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 860. What are the four clairs, Bryan?
The four clairs are clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, and claircognizant. And those particular abilities are basically used with our five senses. Well, our four main senses, three senses and basically one energetic sense, I guess you would say.
Interesting. Well, let's take our next caller, Bryan, which is area code 860. Hello, 860.
Hi. How are you? This is Amla.
Amla? Hello, Amla.
How are you doing?
Hello.
We're doing great.
Hi. Good. I have a question about socially. I been very much reserved, honestly, in the last 6 months to 8 months, and I'm basically breaking out of my shell. I'm a speaker, so speaking is no problem. It's just a matter of social events. Meeting new people is another issue, so to speak. So in May, I have a yoga festival that I'm going to be speaking at, and I'm wondering what you guys see for that. Do you see other opportunities from that venue coming about? Because I really feel like it's my time to shine.
Yes, it is definitely your time to shine. I do feel as if that you are going to receive more opportunities. Once this basically starts to kind of take off, and there's kind of going to be like no stopping you. It feels to me like you are just going to kind of kick off on one foot and then kind of barrel roll down the rest of them. The energy is very kind of social butterfly for the energies of May, June, July, August.
Okay.
And I don't exactly know if you are Earth sign, but I get very grounded energy with you. But that Earth energy, it seems as if you really need to find some more natural ways to ground out, because I feel as if that will take care of some of your socialness. But let's see what Shelley has to say.
Okay, yeah, I'm a Virgo moon, so that makes sense. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Excellent.
Well, Virgo's good at communicating because it's ruled by Mercury, the planet of communication, so I think that you are in a good field. And it does look like this event you go to, that you make contacts there with other people, and that you get referred to other venues. So I do see, this particular event leading to other speaking engagements. And I feel that for the spring and summer months, you'll be doing a lot of speaking engagements. And I also feel that there's going to be some travel, that you're going to have some opportunity to travel out of state and do speaking engagements outside of your state. So I see kind of a wide spectrum of where you'll be doing speaking engagements, not only in your state but out of state. Something's coming up in Arizona or Oregon, or both Arizona and Oregon, a speaking engagement during the summer that you'll be going to. I feel Sedona. So I feel that, so I feel that you are going to be traveling to do your speaking engagements, and that it's going to be something that you will end up doing full time, and I feel that you will get paid for speaking engagements, so it's going to be your source of income, of making money, and it's going to be your profession that you'll be doing, and you won't have to work another job. You'll be doing the traveling and doing the speaking engagements. I also see you doing in the future workshops. I feel that you're a teacher, and I feel that you'll be doing some workshops, and that will be coming up for you also. And Bryan, how can Alma get in contact with you?
You can get in contact with me at 586-659-9620, or you can go to my website at www.amagicaljourney.com.
And you could get a hold of me, at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling the Psychic Horizon Show, Alma.
Thank you. Many blessings. Happy spring and summer. I'm excited. Definitely. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We're now going to continue our interview with Bryan Rawls, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is Carolyn, area code 818. What are some tools you can use to develop your psychic abilities, Bryan?
There are many tools that you can use to develop your psychic abilities, such as tarot cards, crystals, playing cards, oracle cards, a notebook and a pencil, and as well as also using the human body parts such as the palm, and you can also use other tools such as tea leaves and crystal scrying. So there are many tools in that arena.
Awesome. And let's take our next caller, Bryan, which is Carolyn, area code 818. Hello, Carolyn.
Hi, Bryan. Hi, Shelley.
Hi, Carolyn.
Hi, Carolyn.
How you doing? I was just wondering, I was thinking about my family, and I've always been the peacemaker, and the family is a small family, about 10 of us. I wanted to know, besides prayer, what else could I do to try to get the family to get together and do things?
Well, you can do a lot of ancestral clearing. A lot of things happen within families that people hold grudges to, that they happen to take on or take in this lifetime, and when that happens, that begins to take strain on the body, as well as also on the family ties. So what you could do is you could simply command for ancestral clearing, and there's many different scripts that you could probably find all over the net nowadays that you can use to remove some of this ancestral karma.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's see what Shelley has to say.
Thank you.
I feel, trying to come up with some kind of activities that the family would be interested in, plan some type of trip. I feel the family does like to travel, so maybe plan a trip during the summer. It doesn't have to be an expensive trip. It could be something inexpensive. It could be something locally. You could go to the beach in Ventura County or something like that. Plan a trip. I think that traveling together as a family would be good, and having get-togethers, suggesting a get-together in a family member's home. And I feel with the summer coming up that there will be some family activities. There will be barbecues, and in your sister's home in Granada Hills. So I feel that there will be some activities coming up that you can participate in, and that the whole family could come to. And so there'll be some barbecues coming up during the summer months. So I feel that your family will be getting together. And Bryan, how can Carolyn get in contact with you?
Carolyn, you can get in contact with me at 586-659-9620, or you can also go to my website at www.imagicaljourney.com.
Okay, thank you.
And thank you for calling, Carolyn.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We're now ready to continue our interview with Bryan Rawls, and then we'll take our next caller, which is area code 513. Do all people have psychic abilities, Bryan?
In my personal belief, yes, I do feel as if all people have psychic abilities, but some are just born with them awakened or with them unveiled. So yes, that's my personal belief.
And Bryan, how would you describe clairvoyance?
Well, how I would describe clairvoyance is how I see. And how I see is I see outside of my body, and I also see inside my mind. And it's kind of different in some ways than what you would see in, I guess you would say, in Hollywood TV. But it's more of like a more personal view of a person's emotions as well as a person's visuals.
And Bryan, let's take our next caller, which is area code 513. Hello, 513.
Hello. Hi, guys. Thank you so much for taking my call.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
Sure, yeah. My name is Mark.
Hello, Mark.
And hello. The reason for me calling is because I'm kind of in a predicament. I have a close friend I've grown up through all childhood with, and I've grown up in a Catholic religion, Catholic upbringing, and my close friend Chris and I, we have been becoming pretty close, and we don't know if we should tell our families and risk losing our families, or just continue to kind of keep it a secret.
Okay, so I am going to tell you to always be you, but at the same time, with the predicament that you're in, and with the energies of being Mercury retrograde and communication not going so well, I would wait until after at least May 15th. And after that, if you would like to make it clear to your families of your relationship, then by all means go right ahead. If it makes you feel good, then it should make them happy that it makes you happy. But let's see what Shelley has to say.
I agree with Bryan that you should tell your family, and I feel that your family loves you and Chris's family loves him, so I feel that they will come to terms with it and be accepting, because they don't want to lose you and they don't want to lose the relationship that they have with you. You have a good relationship with your family and your family loves you. And I feel that you and Chris will end up even getting more closer, that before the end of summer, I feel that you and Chris are going to move in with each other. So I feel you're going to take your relationship.
Thank gosh, that's good to hear.
I feel you're going to take your relationship to the next level, which is moving in with each other. And I feel that there's a long-term commitment. That there's a long-term commitment with the relationship, and that that you and Chris will be together a long time, and within 1 or 2 years there could be a marriage, so you could end up, this relationship could lead to a marriage within 1 or 2 years.
And we would love to do that, because right now it's not possible where we live. So we've been basically just hanging out, watching MTV and wrestling and that kind of stuff, but and I'm so excited, and I thank you for your clairvoyance and everything. Our families are going to be so excited. Well, they might not be excited, but we will be. You've given me a lot to think about.
They will be accepting of it because they love you and they want to have a relationship with you. And Bryan, how can Mark get in contact with you?
Mark, you can get in contact with me at 586-659-9620, or you can go to www.amagicaljourney.com.
And you,
Bryan, is there any chance that you and I could go on a magical journey? Perhaps tickle each other, play tummy sticks? Maybe.
No, I'm married.
Talk.
Thank you for calling, Chris. I'm now ready to continue my interview with Bryan Rawls, and then we'll take our next caller, which is Jay at area code 714. How would you describe clairaudient, Bryan?
Clairaudience is, in my view of how clairaudience is I hear outside of my body and also inside my mind. And sometimes it sounds like your own voice, and then also sometimes it sounds like other people's voices. So pay attention to both, because some of the times it could be your higher self, and then some of the times it could be your guide. Pay attention to the energy of the voice, and you can't go wrong with clairaudience.
And let's take our next caller, Bryan, which is area code 714, Jay. Hello, Jay.
Hi, hello. My question is, I wanted to find out how the retrograde is affecting my energy.
Okay, Jay. So the retrograde is affecting your energy, not in a dramatic way as most people. It's more of a rather smooth, calm, cool, and collective energy. But there is a little bit of tenseness right at the solar plexus. But I feel as if that will fade once the ending of the retrograde comes up. But it's not affecting you too bad. I actually really dig your energy at this time, because normally you would be kind of flighty, but now you're really grounded. Seems as if this Mercury retrograde has kind of grounded you more.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Jay, I feel that it's making you ultra sensitive. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I don't think the retrograde is having a bad effect on you. It's heightening your sensitivity, and your intuitive abilities and your healing abilities are being heightened. And so I feel that there's a heightening of your senses and your intuition and your emotions. And I feel that it's a good thing, not a bad thing. So there's no bad effects from the Mercury retrograde happening to you. And how can Jay get in contact with you, Bryan?
Jay, you can get in contact with me at 586-659-9620. And you can also go to my website at magicaljourney.com.
Great. Thank you to you both.
And thank you for calling, Jay. And we're now going to continue our interview with Bryan Rawls. And then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 631. Bryan, how would you describe clairsentience?
Clairsentience is, it could be bodily sensations, bodily feelings, to right down to actual pain and emotions of what a person is feeling or what a person has felt before.
That's good. And let's take our next caller, Bryan, which is area code 631. Hello, 631.
Hello, how are you?
We're fine. How
Hello.
are you, and who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
My name is Jessica.
Hello, Jessica. And Jessica, what is your question today?
Well, I actually have a question on my love life, and then I had something about, I think that I see auras, but I'm not sure if, because they're not colored. They're kind of like translucent, and it's like a silhouette over someone's head.
Well, that sounds like the starting of seeing auras, and just be noticeable of how the color changes. But around the relationship, there is a relation, or I guess you might be in a relationship, but I feel that the air is not clear at the moment between the two of you. There's kind of some miscommunication if there is a relationship, but the miscommunication will cease about middle of May to beginning of June.
Yeah, I recently broke up with my boyfriend.
Okay, so that's the miscommunication that I see. Now, you broke up with him?
He broke up with me.
Oh, he broke up with you. Okay. All right. I really feel as if you're not losing anything over there, so don't feel bad. Really, seriously don't. But there is going to be room for reigniting a flame here if you choose to do so. But it's going to have to be totally a mutual choice here. But let's see what Shelley has to say.
I feel, Jessica, that there's new love on the horizons. In June, July, you're going to meet a guy with dark hair and dark eyes, and he's a little bit younger, maybe about 2 or 3 years younger. He does something in the entertainment field or the creative arts. He's creative, and he's nice looking, and he's very sensual, and he's very sensitive. There's a lot of sensitivity there. It looks like you'll be more in tune with each other emotionally, that there'll be more of a stronger emotional connection than you have with your boyfriend. He could be difficult, your boyfriend. This guy is more easygoing and down to earth. and you'll get along really well with each other and have a very strong love connection with each other. So there is new love on the horizons. And Bryan, how can Jessica get in contact with you?
Jessica, you can get in contact with me at 586-659-9620, or you can go to my website at www.magicaljourney.com.
And you could
Thank
get
you
a hold
so much.
of me. And you could get a hold of me, Jessica, at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling, Jessica.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're now going to continue our interview with Bryan Rawls, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 716. How does a medium contact a deceased loved one, Bryan?
Well, mediumship can be a two-way street. There can be a medium that conducts a seance, and then there can be a medium that is visited by spirits. So it can be very much a two-way street here. Spirits can come to the medium, and mediums can also call on the spirits, but some mediums think it's rather rude to do that, but I don't think so.
And how does one begin to communicate with their spirit guides, Bryan?
I like to start by asking questions. And when you start by asking questions and start by the simple questions of how many is there, and you simply see a number or hear a number or feel a number, you start off by that.
Awesome. Well, let's take our next caller, Bryan, which is area code 716. Hello, 716.
Hi, how are you? Hi, Bryan. It's Belinda.
Hey, Belinda.
Hello. Happy Thursday, guys.
Happy Thursday.
Yes.
Happy Thursday. My question is, do you guys see a shift, meaning in my life as a move or my work or my spiritual advancement in any way coming up soon? What I mean by that is everything's great, but I just feel like I'm at a standstill, and I'm just wondering if a big change is coming.
That standstill is more of an integration standstill. You are integrating while standing still. All right, so the forward motion should start happening right directly after Beltane, and I would say in between the 8th and the 10th for you. And once that begins to happen, there will be some spiritual advancement where you will be learning new healing modalities or learning possibly how more of developing your psychic abilities. But let's see what Shelley has to say.
Thank you so much. That sounds great.
I feel that you are kind of like a flower opening up, and that your psychic senses are enhanced. Your psychic senses are strong, and especially your clairvoyance and your clairsentient, which is clear seeing and clear feeling, are coming in kind of strong. And I feel it would be good for you to have a journal, a psychic journal, that you could write down whatever psychic impressions you get, because I feel that you're going to start to pick up information. In your daily activities, you'll pick up information. And I feel that it's also good to meditate, that meditation is the key to opening up your senses. So do a sacred space meditation where you visualize a sacred space and you see your spirit guide coming to you. And did you have any other question, Belinda?
Today, just a short one. Today, doing a little meditation, and a white light came into my crown, and it was a spiral, clockwise, and it came right down into my crown, and it was benevolent. And any insight on that, guys?
That's a vortex energy, and when the vortex energy begins, it's normally either clearing out or allowing for more integration to go on and getting you ready for your next kind of leveling up.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for that, guys. Thank you for that information. I appreciate that.
And Bryan,
You're very welcome, Belinda.
How can Belinda get in contact with you?
Belinda, you can get in contact with me at 586-659-9620, or you can also go to my website at www.magicaljourney.com.
And you can contact me at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And thank you for calling, Melinda.
Have a great, wonderful day, guys. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Bryan Rawls, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 917. Bryan, what is claircognizance?
Claircognizance is clear knowing. It's almost like when you get infused with knowledge, or when you receive information through a thought form.
Interesting. And can colors and symbols be used to open up our psychic abilities?
Yes, they most definitely can. Symbols, they can be used in many different ways, such as like the triangle or the circle, and also using light language symbols to open up the chakras as well.
And can we communicate psychically with animals?
Yes, we most definitely can communicate with animals.
And let's take our next caller, Bryan, which is area code 917. Hello, 917.
Thanks for taking my call. How you doing? My name is Tim. Thanks for taking my call.
Your name is Tim?
Tim, T-I-M.
Oh, T-I-M. Tim. Hello, Tim.
Yes, how you doing? So I'm trying to change the way I've lived. I kind of been doing a fear-based thing of kind of getting in my own way. So I'm trying to keep it positive and do a little meditation, trying to connect with my guides, just to help me along, trying to figure out things career-wise, work-wise. Do you guys see any changes in the near future at all, or do you have any messages from Spirit for me?
There is a change in August that I see with going on with work, and this may be a promotion of some sort. And this is something that you have tried to manifest in the past, but it never had the outcome, but is getting ready to have the outcome in the month of August. And it feels to me either a promotion or a raise of income of money, something to do with increasing or expansion, what Shelley has to say.
I feel that there is going to be a raise, that you're going to get a raise, and I feel that there's going to be moving up in the company that you're working for. It looks like you've been in that company for over a year, and I feel that they have some job opportunities coming up, at least 2 or 3 job opportunities that are coming up during the summer months, and I feel you getting one of those jobs. So there is going to be a promotion for you, and there is going to be an increase in your money. So it looks like that 2017 will turn out to be a good financial year for you, Tim. And Tim, did you have another question?
Just yes. I don't sleep much, and I'm told I try to remember dreams, keep in the dreams journal, set the intentions. Just do you know if my spirit guides are trying to communicate with me, or am I just not getting the messages? Or I guess even a better question, is there something I should be doing to try to communicate with them?
More like I feel as if you need to slow down your thoughts first. You need to slow down the thoughts first, then try to listen. But maintaining a proper balance within your thoughts and not getting them to kind of run. You need them to kind of slow down because you're a visual person. You have to see to believe it.
Yes, I'm trying to change that, but yes, I am. That kind of causes me the anxiety when I can't see how a situation could have changed. So I'm trying to change that. But okay, I got it. Thanks a lot. I appreciate your time.
The other thing you could do, Tim, is when you dream, if you remember a dream symbol, is to take a symbol from your dream and meditate on it and ask your spirit guide what the symbols mean. So try to, if you're able to remember any colors or any imagery or any symbols that you get in your dream, then meditate on them and ask your guides what it means and write it in your dream journal. Meditating is another good way for you to develop your communication skills, to improve your communication skills. Just visualize at your throat chakra a rose opening up, and that will expand and open up your communication. And notice any images or colors that you see in the rose and write that into a psychic journal. Maybe have a psychic journal as well as a dream journal. And Tim, did you have any other questions?
No, that's it. You guys have been a tremendous help. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We're now going to continue our interview with Bryan Rawls. Bryan, what kind of psychic experiences do people have when they first develop their psychic abilities?
Well, normally one of the psychic experiences that folks have is normally contact with their guides or contact with what they would call their guardian angel, and normally that goes with either hearing or seeing them first. And I believe the energy of clairsentience, that particular energy is inherent in all of us.
And Bryan, you had mentioned earlier, and one of the ways to develop our psychic abilities is a paper and pen. Would that be to do channeled writing?
Yes, automatic writing. And normally how I start automatic writing is I basically begin with a question. I write the question down on a piece of paper, and then I follow out by just allowing the pen to start moving. Sometimes it scribbles first, and then it turns into words. And then sometimes it's symbols that just so happen to be made with the pen, and I have tried to write it over in basic when I'm conscious, and it's difficult to do so. So automatic writing is a very powerful way to develop your psychic ability.
And what is the difference between automatic writing and channel writing?
Automatic writing is, some folks say that automatic writing is writing of your higher self, and then some folks that say that channeled writing is like channeled beings, such as like angels, ascended masters, or other particular beings such as ET races as well.
And you had mentioned also a way of developing our psychic abilities is scrying. What type of scrying is there, and what is scrying?
Well, scrying is crystal gazing, and there you can use a crystal ball, you can use a simple quartz crystal or obsidian. Some people use mirrors as well. I actually know one psychic medium that uses a black scrying mirror for her readings, and they're quite profound. And it's all just by seeing a clear image in a black obsidian mirror.
And can smoke and water be used for scrying?
Yes, smoke, water, even you can use egg divination. You can use the egg divination, cloud divination, even bird divination. There's many different types of divination that you can actually use to connect with or connect into your psychic abilities. One of my favorites is palmistry. Palmistry goes actually way back in my family, and it works very well when divining future events, as well as also seeing into your past.
Awesome. And I wanted to thank Bryan Rawls for being my guest today on the Psychic Horizon show. I wanted to thank Tiffany White, Sage Woman, for producing the Psychic Goldilocks production, for producing the Psychic Horizon show. And I want to thank all the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon show. Thank you for being a guest, Bryan, and I'll have you back on May 18th.
Thank you so much, Shelley, and let angel wings guide your dreams. Blessed be, and namaste. Bye now.
Thank you, dear. Bye-bye.